Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started today. This is not a normal stream for me. Today, we are doing some timecode light design for basically technical theater. It's not Charlie Kirk, it's not Try and Prove It, although we are working on sort of the waiting room video for Try and Prove It. That's the music we're making lights dance to today. So it's kind of related, but it's really not. I used to be sort of kind of am still a theatrical lighting designer, which means that I make moving lights dance at concerts and stuff. And it looks like I am live now. Perfect. And you use software to do that, and you use lighting consoles to do that. And I happen to also be a software developer, and I've developed my own software that makes it easier to make lights dance. So that's what I'm working on today. I'm demoing the software that I have. It's called Alva Sorcerer. It is a Blender add-on. Blender is a 3D animation software, and I just use the tools within the 3D animation suite to make it easier to make lights dance, because you use 3D animation to make characters come to life. I use it to make moving lights come to life. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the music that we have tonight or today. 3ds Max is pretty similar to the stuff you use in second work. Yeah, it's pretty similar to the stuff you use for 3D animation. So it's pretty similar to Blender, but they don't have as good add-ons as Blender does. They don't have as good an API. API is how you take something like Microsoft Word, Blender, PowerPoint, Chrome, and write computer code in order to make it do your own stuff. That's basically what I did here with Blender, and to make Blender do stuff that it wasn't originally intended for. It has a really good API, so that's why I use it. So right down here, we have the video, the Try and Prove It trailer video, and the waiting room. And I'm going to turn on audio scrubbing here. And we're just going to play through this real fast. All right, so that's what we're working on here. If you're in the chat, can you let me know if the audio is working, if you can hear the music okay, and if the levels are okay, that would be terrific. I think the level should be okay. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. Sequencer right here, we have all these color strips. When we input a audio track into the sequencer here, we can click the F key in Alva Sorcerer, or actually it's the M key, M, and press this button. It's called Analyze Song AI. So when you want to make lights dance, you want to know when the upbeat is, when the downbeat is, and when each measure begins and ends. And we use AI to do that in Alva Sorcerer. It doesn't come packaged with Sorcerer, but you can install the AI engine in the background yourself. I've done that. I've already pressed a button. It takes like 30, 40 minutes for it to process a 3-minute song. I've already done that. So it just generates these strips for you. And hopefully the lag isn't so bad that you can tell that these strips are on the downbeat and basically on each beat of the song. Right, so on each beat, or per measure, we have boom, 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 boom. And then what I can do here is I can go into M here and say, okay, on this beat, I want channel 1 at full, and then I want channel 1 at 0. And I can make that light pop up and down using these strips. Then I can use my strip formatter here to say, all right, I want to select all yellows. Did that work? And now I want to move them up like so. And I can make all of them do the same thing. So if I go back into here, now I can, if I can remember how to do it, I can press this button, copy to selected, And now all of those will have the same thing right there. And we can go over into here, and I already have some stuff up here, but basically I'm trying to show you how these beats work. It's really cool. But what we're going to do first before we, you know what, why don't I show you how we can add some lights to get stuff actually working here. We're going to go over to the left to the toolbar here, and we're just going to add a channel. We're going to grab on the Z axis, and we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. Actually, hold on. Rotate on the X 180 degrees so that it is pointed downwards. And we're going to go into here, the system settings, and go into show control, OSC. OSC UDP ARCs report is 8000, and then we have OSC RX turned on. Now we can go back to live and augment 3D here. And we also need to check our IP address on this. If this were on a separate machine, its IP, its local is 192.168.1.12. So we're going to go up into this corner here and go to the lighting and set this to 1.12. And it should pop up a message over here. Hello there, my name is Alpha Sorcerer, error syntax there. So that tells us that it is connected. I believe you can see that. I think you can, yeah. So now I am going to say that this channel is going to be channel 1. I should be able to control the level of that channel right here. And you can see that number changing right there. So this means that we are connected to the console. And another thing we can do is we can go into patch on the N key and say duplicate and make maybe 10 of these. Right? Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can go into this view here and grab on the X and move it kind of towards the center there. All right. Then grab on the Y maybe, move it back a little bit. And we go down here and say we want this to be group 1. We want it to be channel 1. And the channel mode, we're going to find some movers in here in the patch. And we're going to try to find out what type of fixture we want to use. So search elation fuse spot is what I pre-selected. Elation fuse max spot standard. That's going to be 34 channel mode right here, if you can see. So we're going to say 34. That means it's going to give you 34 addresses per fixture when it patches it. I don't have DMX control. I don't have DMX set up, so it doesn't actually matter, but it matters for, you know, making sure, you know, when you do it for a real show. This is all virtual though. All right, so that is what we have for that fixture. And then we're going to copy that down to the ones that we're going to create over here. But for now, we're just going to say generate fixtures. And it's going to automatically patch all of those. Okay. Now we can go into Augment 3D and see that we already have these things created. You can select all these and do this to all of them. Perfect. And then we need to make all of them be the same thing. So this one through 10, we're going to type that as, in the show, fuse max standard. Perfect. Here we go. It didn't do the address right, but that's okay. Here, we can fix that later. But here we go. Now we have that set up. And what do we want to do now? We want to make sure that our color profile is correct. What is our color profile for these? Color profile for these is, just get our ML editor up here. Color profile is going to be red, amber, mint, green, blue. So RGB AM. All right. So let's set this one to be RGBAM, I think, right? RGB amber mint. Yes, that should be RGBAM. All right. So what we want to do now is set that to RGBAM and select all the other ones. And we're going to say copy patch. This says copies active objects patch to other selected objects. Oh no. Oh dear. This is a bug. Okay. See, this is the an alpha build of the software. So, well, that's unfortunate. That should have worked. Okay, let's see what's going on with that. I don't know why that would be happening. See, I should have used the 2.2.2 for this. This says extendables bippy types operators common.py. All right, let's try to fix this real fast. Yeah. See, this is a work in progress software. I didn't intend for this to happen, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it real fast. Going into extendables bippy types operators common, right? Yeah, common 18104. Common updaters dot update properties. What is this? Update properties. Did I just rename it or what? Maybe if I just do a search for that, update properties. Okay. Well, what happened to it? Theater updater controller IDs update. It's like missing a function, so I need to figure out what happened to that function. Let's see if we can figure out which one is doing what I expect it to do. Controller IDs update, is this it? We want to limit the number of computations. Tell the UI. This isn't it. Path offset. Int index updater. See, I should have used the actual official release for this instead of this. Did Blake try to recruit me into the CIA? No. Oh boy. Enable lighting updater. Group name updater, channel IDs updater. What happened to this function and why can I not just make stable software? Lighting modifiers. Oh boy. Update channel lists. Channel IDs updater. Update properties. How do I just delete entire functions, man? Do I have to go into the blame? I guess I have to go into the blame here. Oh, God. All right, let's go into GitHub then and see if we can find out what on earth happened here. You can't see this screen, but that's okay. Go into Sorcerer, please. I'm going to go into extendables, bippy types, operators, common, and find the blame here. I can pull this onto the screen. Well, I don't know if Claude would help for this because it's a pretty big project. But can I just look at all of the replace profile and clean operator naming, refactor. Trying to find the oh, is it even in this folder? It might not even be in this folder. It's in props updaters. I'm in the wrong folder. All right, hold on. Can you pull this up, please? Thank you. I'm in the wrong folder. So props updaters, common updaters, controller IDs updaters, group profile updater, update properties. All right, why was this deleted in this build? I don't know. Why don't I just copy this code and just see if it seems like it would work? I don't know why I deleted it. But what is properties? Update properties. All right, let's just save this file and see if this will work. Control save. All right, and maybe this will work. Who knows? All right, and P and start. Put this back over here. And who knows, maybe it'll work this time. Here we go. Boom. Did it work? It might have worked. It worked. I fixed it live on air. Okay. I didn't need Claude. All right. Now I'm going to I'm not going to, you know what? Let's just go ahead and push this real fast. Fix update properties button. Commit and stage and sync. All right, so that's pushed to local. All right, and I can fix that later if I need to, but I'm not committing to main unless I know what exactly actually happened. And no, this was not an AI's fault. An AI has no access to this code. This is 100% my fault. But we are back to getting this stuff done. That is out of the way. Now I can press this button for everybody. And now everybody should have RGBAM selected as the profile. Perfect. Let me put this up. This is crazy interesting. I do see a very little bit of music production, but this is crazy fun to see how this side of things works. Thanks. All right. So now if I pull this light up, I should be able to change its color. Yeah. Blue, red, deep red, yellow, green. Perfect. And it should work for all of these. Oop. Oop. Perfect. Now let's take the lighting down a little bit. Uh-oh. We got the spinny wheel death. All right. High beam intensity and low ambient light. So now that's even more obvious. Perfect. Okay. Now we want to set our pan and tilt for these. So when I select these and go into ML controls, it will tell me what the max and min pan tilt for these are. The max is 315 for pan and 135 for tilt. That's pretty standard. All right. So if we go into here, the pan max is 315 and the pan min is 315. And then this is fine. All right. And then the zoom, we want to look at that as well. If we look at the zoom here, these do have zoom, right? Yeah. Zoom max is going to be 53. So max zoom 5.3. Perfect. And you might ask, if you have any experience with this, you might ask, why do I have to manually set the minimum and maximum for these things? Shouldn't it already know that automatically? In literally every other software, yes. but maintaining the stuff that allows the software to know which fixture has which properties is really difficult. And so I just decided to skip that in my software. So you just input it manually, and it's like barely more difficult. So that's why it's just easier on my end to not do that. It would be great if we could do that in the future, but right now it doesn't have that. It just makes everything so much simpler for most workflows, I think. All right. So now we have that set. We're going to copy that to selected. So now I should have control of zoom. Zero all of these, please. Why is your... There we go. Perfect. So now we have tilt control and we have pan control. Perfect. Can clear both those. And we should also have our zoom control. And we have full use of the slider, which means that our min and max zoom is set correctly. Do we have iris? We do have iris. And what else can we add here? Edge. Looks like we have some edge. It's only doing the edge on one of these. Why is it only doing the edge on one of these? That's weird. It should be doing the edge on all of those. That might be an issue with the software here. I don't know that I want to fix that right now, though. But that should be updating on all of these. Do we have gobos here? Let's see if we have a gobo wheel. We do have gobos. All right. But why is this not updating to all? This should be updating to all. I also have gobo speed. I can't imagine why we don't have this thing updating all of them. I've broken something. Oh, because I didn't set the patch for all of these. I need to set the patch again for all of these, and now it should work. There we go. Perfect. Now speed. Lovely. And let's just refresh these so that they're all synced. Perfect. And now we can make it blue if we want. All right. So now we have control over this rig. Everything is lovely. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have control over this rig. We're going to send those home and pull them back up like so. All right. So what we can do is we can go into blocking now. All right. So that you know what? Let me show you this. This is pretty cool. I'm going to add an influencer object. I'm going to make it a hologram. I'm going to set its intensity up. I'm going to grab on the Z, and I'm going to set all of these down actually. Or hold up. 1 through 10. Out. Thank you. Now I'm going to grab this on the X over here, and I'm going to set its intensity up. And now we're going to have a hologram come through here, hopefully. Why is it not working? Oh, because it's too far over there. Grab on the Y. All right. And now grab on the X. Check out my hologram. That's pretty cool, yeah? Nobody else has that stuff. And I can even make it a color. And so if I set these all up, like there's literally no other software out there that does this that I know of. This is pretty cool. So now what I can do is grab X and do that. Right? Oh, and I need to turn the intensity down. turn the intensity back up over here because it inherits the intensity as well. So pull the intensity of these up like so, and now move this over. And it's erasing them again. Why? No, I want your intensity down, please. I want you to be the active object. I want your intensity to be up. Your intensity is down. So now I can just do color. That's really cool, isn't it? And I can even animate it as well. So if I do I and Lockrot scale right there, we can go over here and grab X over here and I. And why are these going down? I don't want those to go down. Why are those going down? Oh, I think I know why. Because it probably has a graph controller. Somebody's telling them to go down. I don't want them to go down though. What happened here? This is a new show, but who is telling them to go down? Nobody should be telling them to go down. Oh, you know why? It's because this is a different show file. This is the wrong show file. Because I had to use an older one for the, yeah, I know why. Just go into graph editor here and N, alpha sourcer. There are no graph editors. Okay. Well, who was telling this to go down though? I don't know who's telling this to go down. I didn't tell it to go down. Who is your last controlled by? Hologram cube. Your intensity is down though. So why did you set your intensity up? I want all of y'all's intensity up. See that? That's pretty cool. It worked that time. Maybe I should set it to be slower though. So that's playback, and I can also go in reverse. So like nobody else has that. That's pretty cool. So I just wanted to show you that real fast, but we're not actually doing that. And the other thing I can do is also pretty cool. GZ. I can make this be a color like red, and I can go into top view. And I can paint red onto stuff. It doesn't always work terribly well. It's not really working terribly well right now, but sometimes it works. It's a work in progress. Sometimes it works better than others. You're supposed to be able to paint stuff on there. It doesn't work terribly well on every color profile. But if I if I make it white, it works really well. If I make this white, and then I add like red, now it should work pretty well. And if I set my brush strength down a little bit, I should be able to paint red. Isn't that cool? You can paint a little bit of red over here, paint a little bit of red right there, paint a little bit of red right there. So that's what that does. That's pretty cool. And I can also add some zoom on this. It's like a little paintbrush. Nobody else has this in this, I guess, industry. So that's pretty cool. So we can get rid of that though. And then another thing I can show you is this. This is going to be channel 1. And I can control channel 1 if I do this, I think. Right now it doesn't seem, oh, I need to patch it, that's right. I think, don't I need to patch it somehow? Pretty sure I need to patch it. Maybe not. Why is this not working? I don't know why this isn't working. This should be working. Maybe if I set it to channel 3. This is supposed to make the channel go up and down. So I don't know what its complaint is right now. Oh dear. Well, it looks like that's broken right now. That's unfortunate. I think I might know what happened though. So that's not working right now, but I don't need that. I can fix that later. Anyway, that's supposed to be like you just have a joystick in the scene that makes lights go up and down. And then what's this one? Sun. Sun's pretty cool. Let's add a sun, yeah. Let's set all these down. What did I just do? No. Hello. And set all these down. Grab our sun here, give it some intensity, and grab on the Z. Should be able to see the sun appear. Should be able to, at least. Why is it not working? What happened? It should be working. Why is my sun not working? What have I done here? My sun's not working. What have I done? Is it working over here? It's not working at all. Well, that's lame. See, I probably should have made sure this stuff actually works before I went and did a live stream. I do have testing for this, so I really don't understand why this wouldn't work. I guess I didn't actually do my testing, though. Man. And I've spent so much time making sure this stuff works, and it's just not working right now. That's very upsetting. But anyways, well, come on, man. Like, I can't believe that. But that would just not work. Well, gosh darn it. Software sucks, man. Writing your own software and trying to maintain your own software. This is an alpha build, though, so I guarantee you, you know what? Why don't we go into the other build? Let's go into the other build. This is dumb. Here we go. Let's save this. Control save. Let's go into version 2.2. I just did all that stuff, so I should be able to just close this out and go into this one and start this one, and it should work. I think. This one should definitely work. All right. Can I give this intensity? Come on. This is a whole different software, though. Maybe it'll work, though. Grab X, grab Y, grab Z, and increase its intensity. It's still not working. Why is it not working? Maybe I have to do this. It should be working. Because I know this version works. Maybe I just forget how the software works. How do I make this be a sun? It should be a sun. Man, this is so dumb. Why does this not work? Oh, God, I hate this software. Let's go back into the other one then. If that doesn't work. No, not this one. Go back into the other one. Go back into just 2.2.2 release. All right, and now we're going to start the actual official release, and maybe it'll work. This is so dumb. How does this not work? This is the official release. I know it works in the official release. Oh, I have to do this again, I think. Shift add sun intensity. How does this not work? What? I know this works. Man, I'm gonna have to. I'm live right now. How is it possible for this to not work? Let's go. I want to figure this out, man. This is really annoying me. Service or just debug. What on earth is going on here? CPV generator. What on earth is going on? Per no CPVs, no CPVs returned by engine. Well, what engine do you have on? Is it just an engine problem? What else can I look into? CPV, selection parser, find, stop, harmonizer, influence, max, publish. Event manager. Is it just not finding an engine? Maybe there's one in find. No CPVs returned by engine for alpha intensity. Where's my... This is so frustrating. CPV generator. See, I hate this software. Publish. Influence. Here we go. This is what we want. Grab X. What is going on here? It seems like it's not finding channels. Why is it not finding channels? Is relative true, is erasing false? Why is it not finding channels? It's just not finding any channels at all. Why is it not finding channels? This isn't try and prove it. I don't need to put a quarter in the swear jar. I don't care. Oh, now it works. See? This is why we have debug mode. Debug mode is great. I just need to set all these to channel. So that must be what happened. If I set all these to channel, then it will see them. Okay, and now I can show you what I've been trying to show you. Aha! Isn't that cool? Grab on the X. Whoa, check that out. It's the same thing I was doing before, but it's a gradient. Isn't that cool? That's like the coolest thing you've ever seen, yeah? Check that out. Whoa. Right? Anyway, let's go back into the other software now that I like better. See, that's what debug mode does. It helps you see what's going on. We're going to go back into local here because I like that better. And we're going to see if we can fix it over there. So apparently what I had to do was take this and make it patch leader, I guess. What happens if I make it not patch leader? Will it work then? No. Okay, well, at least I know like what the issue is. I didn't mean to do that. It has something to do with the not finding the patch leader or whatever. So we can try to fix that real fast. So this is actually interesting. Let's go into extendables SIPI, not BIPI, extendables SIPI, types, engine, sub-engines, influence. All right, here we go. What is this? Influence. Object has no attribute engine fixture. See, I hate using like alpha build software for this that's untested. This is embarrassing, man. Ugh. Why do we have a runtime error during a stream? Object has no attribute engine fixture. But you saw that it worked in the other one, so maybe one of these. I don't even know what this would be about. So basically what happens with the software is I rewrite it like every Tuesday, and that's why it sucks. So we're just not going to use that then. Screw it. We're just not going to use sun. We don't need sun. No, I don't want that. I wanted to get rid of this stupid VS Code thing because that's not what we're doing today. That can just go bye-bye, all right? We're going to go back to the song here, which is what we're supposed to be doing today. All right. All right, so hello. All right. So reds are the downbeat. So we're going to go into here. And we're going to say, this is going to be downbeat. The reds. So it starts on a downbeat. Down. 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 All right. So we're going to take all of our reds. We're going to go into our strip formatter and say select all that are red. We're going to say up, up, up. Actually, so now we're going to go up here and say this is downbeat. Right? And then where's our upbeat? Green and yellow are our upbeat. So strip formatter and select all green. Up, 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 up. This is going to be, why don't we just bring this over here? This will be our up. And then yellow is also going to be in that channel. So formatter, select all that are yellow. And yeah, select all that are yellow. And then that's our down. So now what we can do is we can move this to the right a little bit. And we can select or go into, let's actually select this one here and media. And let's say we want the first two. So 1 and 2 at full. Channel 1 and 2 or through 2. Channel 1 and 2 at full. Channel 1 and 2 at 0. Perfect. And give it a little bit of bias towards the front to make it kind of flashy, and go. I feel like I missed a step here. Did I miss a step here? I think I missed a step. So it was learning macro 0. How is it learning macro 0? Is this going to work now? So now if I go and back into the formatter and select all the reds, I should be able to go into this again, M, and copy to selected. That should have all done that. Okay. And now if I go into this one, for example, it has all of that. Perfect. Okay. And now I'm going to shift spacebar, I think. Right? So it's shift spacebar. It says operation completed. It didn't work. Why is it not working? I don't have a timecode clock on. Why do I not have a timecode clock on? I have no clock. So, this thing has been through so many revisions, I don't even remember how it works. How do I make this work? I don't even remember how my own software works. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Boom. Now it's going to work. Okay, hold up. I think I need to redo the other one. Go into this and press that button. Why is it loading macro 0? Macro 0? Oh, you know what? I did miss a step. I have to set this to like 5 or something, and now it will work. This is like not the best design ever. There it goes. Now it's learning macro 5. Now it should work. All right, perfect. And now I should go back into the formatter and select all these and say copy to selected. And now shift spacebar. See how cool that is? I barely had to do anything and it just works. So we need a little bit more lag, for me at least. If anyone's in the chat, let me know if the lag works okay for you. If it feels on sync, that should be on the downbeat. Playback is going to be, let's give it a few more frames of lag and see what that does. So shift, just say go. I feel like it needs a little bit more lag. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make it a little bit longer. So it feels a little bit fast. So now we're going to go ahead and select all these again and copy to selected. And then shift spacebar. Oh, hold up. I need to go into here actually and regenerate the macro based on these new timings. Okay, now it should work. Shift spacebar. actually, I'm going to turn the lag back down to 5. People are saying so cool. Awesome. That looks pretty good to me. So now when we get into this part, we should go and find the downbeats, so the blues, like all these blues. We'll just do this section for now. So that's where that section stops. And so now we're going to box select all these and go up. And we're going to say, select this one and copy strip attributes and up. And now the play bar over here and shift space bar. What have I done? That was supposed to be on the downbeat. What? All right, I want to get some upbeat action in here too. So let's take this one and just select all of these, I guess. I think I can actually have a command line. So if I just select 10, 11, I think I can do like channel. No, I forget what the command line is. Like right here, I have a command line here that's supposed to do something. I just do, maybe it's at, I forget how to use this. I forget how to use that, but I'm supposed to be able to select based off of the channel. So now I have it. All right, cool. Let's select all these and make this active. And let's say that this dude needs to like calm down. It's a weekend. That's my work stuff. So what I need to do is we want this to be the upbeat. So we're going to increase the length a little bit. And I'm going to go into M. And we're going to say 9 and 10. 9 and 10 at full. Now 9 and 10 at 0. Perfect. And this strip is going to be 6. Nope, it wants to be 7. All right, perfect. Now create that macro. Hello? What is it doing? Oh, it is working. Okay, sorry. My bad. All right, it says operation completed. Perfect. And now we can go back and select all of the ones on that channel and copy to selected. Boom. Okay. So now we should have our upbeat. Shift spacebar. This is out of sync. Hold on. Does the lag look okay for you guys? Like, is the lighting and the music in sync? All right, so we need to go into this part here and work on this because there's like a little fill and we don't want the upbeats on that. So we want to get rid of all this. Oh, and I need to shift spacebar. Oop. Cool. And it looks like we actually do want to continue the double downbeat. So for this section here, I'm just going to select all of these, actually just these, and Shift D. Just move these in the center there, and Shift spacebar. It keeps losing its thing. Whoop, need to lose that one. We'll lose both of these. And Shift spacebar. Okay, and we need to add more double kick here. Not double kick, but instead of just one kick per measure, we want 2 kicks per measure. Up till right there. So I'm going to select all of these and do the same thing again. Just put these in the center there. And Shift spacebar. And And if you're wondering, if you know how the software works and you want to know how this, like, is this streaming data from over here to over here in real time? No, it's not. I'll show you how it works. Every time I hit shift spacebar, what it does is show control. It creates all these events on here every time I hit shift spacebar. And that's like all that data is local to the lighting console. So that if I wanted to just say, I don't even know what macro it's using. So let's look at our macros here and see which macro. Hold up. God, I hate the software. Macro. All right, macro 5 appears to be what it's using. Maybe not. I don't even know what macro it's using. I should be able to. What is this? Right click for quality of life options. Remember screen, save, snapshot 1. Wait. I don't even know what macro it's using for this. Does it use a macro? I don't know, but I should be able to make this fire with a Q. What happens if I press this? Did it make its own I don't think it made its own macro for that. Maybe I have to go into here. Maybe that's what I have to do. Nope. That's awkward. See, I don't even remember how my own software works because it's been a while. I've been working on Charlie Kirk so long. Like, you're supposed to be able to make it automatically make a macro so that you just hit macro 1 enter or something, and it automatically makes your thing play over here by itself. But I don't remember. See, none of these are just for the flash strips. These aren't even for the thing, so I don't even know what the macro is. But anyway. But the cool thing here is if you want to like just remove beats, you just remove beats. And if you want to add beats, you can just add beats. It doesn't work that way with any other software, so that's pretty cool. With other software, like it doesn't work. You can't just selectively take one upbeat. It's like an effect engine that's running continuously. You can't just pick and choose, take this specific beat, move it to the left, or delete this specific beat or that specific beat. So we have another fill here. That's okay. So these all need to go. Shift spacebar. Okay, and then we go into this section here. So we're going to deal with that later, but let's play this back and just see where we're at. I think there's a bad one right there. Hold on. I want this one gone. Let's tweak that one. Good. So hold on. Let's add a symbol there to make this be symbol. Over maybe here. Shift D, grab this up here. We're going to make this one be channel 3 at full. And drop that down, make that be out. And make this one be, I guess, 7. Or wants it to be 9. Perfect. All right. Make this one be white, I guess. N. Make this white. Perfect. And this is going to be, I guess that's short. You know what? Actually, let's give this longer like that and even more biased this way. All right. And go ahead and orbit. Okay. And now shift spacebar. Okay, and now let's go over here and select this one and zoom it all the way out, like so. You can go back into sequencer now. I kind of want it to be even longer than that. So let's re-record that. Okay. Let's listen for some more symbols. Right there. Okay. Shift D and grab it over here. And right there. Shift spacebar. Okay. We need another one over here. Perfect. Now the lights right now, they don't look very pretty. That's okay. We're going to make it look pretty later. Right now we're just doing blocking. So if you're wondering about that, that's why. That downbeat is bad. We don't want that downbeat there. Yeah, that's, we don't want that. So just make that be 0 up here. I want to keep the strip, but I want it to be different for when we actually do it. That's fine for now, but re-record that. Perfect. All right. Excuse me. Are these all of our symbols, though? There should be another symbol over here, I think. Maybe at the beginning, too. But we have to be careful with the beginning, though, because I have OC lag turned on, and that will kill stuff right there. So I should actually start this. It won't let me. I don't think these will actually work because I have lag turned on. But I can actually just turn this off and take these to the left that much. And that should do the same trick, I think. Perfect. Whoops, I think it's messed up a little. I turned off OC lag, right? Yeah. I thought that would have worked. Hold up. What have I done here? I think I broke it. I didn't mean to break it. I kind of want to add a symbol right there. Yeah, I kind of want to add a symbol right there. Symbol, please. And I kind of want it to end right here. Maybe have a little bit less bias. And that means I need this to be 11, so it's a new one, right? So, boom. Did I forget to do this? I think I forgot to do this. Yeah, I forgot to do that step. I wonder if I should make it start earlier too. I think I should make it start earlier. Now it should work. Shift spacebar. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, let's actually do some designing a little bit here. Not like a lot, but a little bit. So let's go into this view. Let's take these guys. Can I have my box, please? And turn them up. No, just this one and this one. Nope, I want number 3 down. I don't want 3 up right now. Just, can I please have my box? Oh, you know why? I'm in tweak mode. I don't want to be in tweak mode. To edit mode, back into object mode. Let's go into this. Here we go. That's what I should have done. Perfect. Bring these 2 up by themselves. And let's, we're going to need to set the, boy, to get these gimbals to work right. I need to tilt them a little bit. And I like that. And now pan. Otherwise the pan won't have an effect. What do you mean? There we go. This is what I wanted. Perfect. And now let's grab these two. Why is your pan not homed? What? No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on. Oh, come on, man. No, 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 no. That one was still set to active. That's so dumb. Blender can be very annoying sometimes, for sure. All right. Stay there. Make this one active now. God. Bring these two up and home their zoom, please. Everybody's zoom should be homed. Let's home your zoom too. Home. Perfect. And now select this one as active. And what is your... You know what? Just copy this position over there. No, I don't want to copy the patch. I don't have a button for that. So tilt is 27, pan is negative 95. So 27. Okay, and then negative 95. How about positive 95? Perfect. That's where we want. Awesome. And let's maybe make this be blue. And then maybe make these be red. Yeah. Okay. I think that could look good. Go back to sequencer and see what that does. You know what? Let's make that yellow, right? We want that to be yellow. Make these yellow for Kelly. There we go. Because that's our logo. What if here we do an animation? So can I over here? Where's the part? Right here, let's select these and these. That's active. And we're going to keyframe the zoom like that. We can move that aside a little bit. And now make the zoom be maybe 50. And I. But over here, we need a change request though. So, okay, that's annoying. Okay, we need to set a cue at the beginning. This is just a really annoying thing that happens with this software, but it's okay. We need a cue. This will be our cue that will fire at the beginning, like right here on frame 5 or frame 6. This cue, we go over here. Let's just set this thing up the way we want it, yeah? So let's go into here and bring everybody up. like so. All these should be zoomed at 0, like so. Okay, perfect. And I also kind of want these to not be quite that color. We make these more of a golden, kind of like that color. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to go back into sequencer and we're going to say Q1. Hello, Q1. Can I not use Q1? Maybe I can use Q2. All right, Q2, fine, whatever. Update builder, record Q. Actually, take everyone's intensity down. 1 through 10 out. Thank you. Now we're going to record the Q. Boom. Okay. Record Q2. Perfect. And now, if I start over here, Q head Q is Q2. So now, if we go like over here, oh, you know what happened? I know what happened. The keyframes were only inserted for, I guess, this channel here, which is really annoying. I guess they were not inserted. Yeah, they weren't inserted for this one. All right, whatever. Let's go to this one and set this one and this one and this one to 50. And God, that's annoying. That is so annoying that I have to keyframe each of these individually, which is why I should use a group controller node, but I'm too lazy to do that right now, but it's okay. Now we just go to the next one, which is over here, and make this one be 0, and make this one be 0, and make this one be 0. I should have used a group controller node for this. I'll do it that way next time. But now I think it's fixed. So now they get bigger. Why are they small now? Does it have to be 2 on each side? I don't think it does. So let's actually go into this thing here and just say 1 at full, 1 at 0, and re-record that. And formatter, select all those, and copy. Okay, and then we're going to go to the upbeat as well. We're just going to say 9 or 10 at full. Whoops. 10 at 0. I don't know how it parsed that, but I'm going to make sure that it knows. But it parsed it, but okay. And then this is 7. So here we go. Okay, that's done. And now we should be able to shift the spacebar. symbol. We need to add a symbol right there. Symbol time. Where was that? Shift spacebar. Why are these skinny again? Why did they become skinny? Who is telling them to become skinny? I don't know. Nobody should be telling them to become skinny. You in graph editor, please. No open graph editor window found. Hold on. Graph editor. Yeah, no one is telling you to not be skinny anymore. We're supposed to become not skinny over here. Symbol. Someone is saying, I don't think the music lighting is perfectly on time. I think the lights are slightly delayed. Okay, I will add a little bit of lag for you then. Go into sequencer here, playback, OC lag by, I guess, 7 frames maybe. Is that better? Is that better? That might be a little bit better. I have total control over it though. I can make it better. So that was 7 frames of lag built in. I can do 9 frames of lag, but that's a lot. That should make it a lot better because I added like 4 extra frames of lag, I think. Just let me know. Why is it skinny again? It's not supposed to be skinny. Oh, you know why? I know why. I know why. It's because when I stop it and then play it again, the cue head refires that cue. So, that's annoying. So let's actually just add a cue then. So where is the stuff? Graph editor. It's right here. So if I go into sequencer now And what is this queue? This is that queue. So I should be able to just drag this over here, and I should be able to say record Q3. Record. And now it should work. And now if I stop and play again, it should still be fat. It's skinny again. Come on, man. Maybe it wasn't skinny when I recorded the cue. Okay. Let's record the cue now. And shift spacebar. Why is it skinny again? You're not supposed to be skinny. Go to Q3. Over here. No. Go to Q3. No, you're supposed to be fat in this queue. What the heck, man? You were supposed to be fat in this queue. Why are you not fat? You and you. You and you. Zoom 50. Okay. Sequencer, you. Record Q3. Perfect. So now when I play this. Okay. But if I play over here. And if I stop and replay it, it should still be fat. Perfect, so that's fixed. Let's fix the symbol now. Emerald, I think the sync should be fixed now. It should be working much better. This is our symbol, and we're going to set this up. We're going to tilt and pan. Why do you have such limited pan? What is with your gimbal here? Why is this not? Your pan should be a lot better than that. What is going on here? Should have way more pan. No, I would very much like to see this. I want to see this. Pan 24. It's only is patch leader, so you should be using your own patch data. How does this not work? What on earth, man? Why? This is like the simple stuff that, man, that's frustrating. The simple stuff has to work. This is just more broken software. Sorry, guys. This is supposed to work. I don't understand how this can possibly not work. This is like day one stuff that always works, that always has to work. So let's see why this isn't working. And save our show file. Why is this not working? I don't care about this. Let's patch leader. Why does this not work? Patch. Oh God, come on, man. Why does this not work? This would be in source, I think. No, I don't want this. I want this to go away. I want extendable SIPI to go away. I'm going to go into CPV generator. How do you find your patch? Engine. Find parent. Oh, God. Maybe it's find parent controller. Is that what it is? Where do we find patch? Find engine, find parent, selection, update other, stop, find PV generators. How are we finding patch? The thing about this is I've rewritten this so many different times, and it, like, every time I look into this, it's always different. So it's impossible to remember which version it's using at any point in time. Catches incorrect cases where the object is a collection property instead of a node, sequencer, strip object, etc. This function returns the BIPI object so that the rest of the harmonizer can find what it needs. That's not what I need then. That's not what I'm looking for. Find engine. Where's find engine? I don't know. I guess it deleted that. That's right. But what I need is CPV generator. How does this thing find patch? I need to know. Self.parent. Is it not in find parent? I guess not. Engine. What is that thing called though? Is patch leader. So on this is leader. Let's see if we can just type that in and find out why this isn't working. Is leader. If not, okay, leader updater. That's not what I'm looking for. Engines. Draw special. I don't care about that. Set channel info UI. I don't care about that. Follow leader else myself. Here we go. Who calls this? Go to references. Who calls this? Go to references. Nobody calls this? This is so frustrating. See, this software has to work. I don't understand why this doesn't work. I know this works in the other software, but I guess this never comes up. Like, this is no longer used because I just gutted the whole software. And somehow, oh, it does use it. So find patch controller here in engine fixture. If it should return myself. So if the length of myself.list group channels is 1, which it is, it should return myself. So, like, what's the deal here? Find patch controller. Find patch controller. Types. I don't understand why this wouldn't work. This literally makes no sense at all. So this is stuff that definitely should work. I've never had this not work before. But somehow it doesn't work, which is really frustrating because this should be remapping to a larger number to this range, but it's not. So let's go into debug mode and figure out what's going on here. CPV generator. Zoom or pan. -100. That should be remapping to negative Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. Pan min should be negative 315. Hold up. Does it work now? Oh my god. It wasn't the software, guys. I typed in the wrong number. It's not the software's fault for like the first time in forever. All right. Dang, man. It was because I typed. Ah, jeez. That's actually pretty smart, though, that it did that. Okay, now it works. All right, my bad. I'm going to take a break. I have to use the restroom real fast. I'll be back. And I am back here. Don't need that right now. So we fixed that, and now we can put this back in Augment 3D, put this down, and see what we're doing here. All right, we're going to make this our symbol. We want this to be zoomed out. Now, since we can actually pan it, we're going to want to put this like right there. And we're going to put that into Q1. So record 1. Nope, I want to select this. Record Q1. Well, are we in Q1? Hold up. What Q are we in right now? We're in Q3, so record Q3 actually. Confirm. And now go to Q2. Bring 3 up. I want you to be in the same position. So here we go. Intensity down. Over here, record 2. Boom. Now we should have a good symbol. Isn't that cool? We have all our symbols in. That all looks good. So I'm happy with that segment for now for that stuff. So now we can start layering other stuff on top. So let's play this from the top again. What do I want to add here? I kind of want to add like a throughout the whole thing. So but that's not practical right now. I don't necessarily need that. So that's just the downbeat and the upbeat and the symbols. What else do we really want to add here? Let's add the fill at least. Let's do something for the fill. What are we going to do? What are we going to do for the fill? Let's do an animation. I want to do an animation. So we have these 4 lights here. Right? Yeah, those are the center ones. So 0. Set this one to 0. Keyframe, U, keyframe, U, keyframe. And set these to 3, I guess. I should do this with a node. I really should. But I'm not going to because I'm lazy. All right, so these are in. This is our first do. So keyframe up. I really need a graph controller here. Can I please have my graph controller here? Graph controller. I don't need the side here. And I don't need this. And oh, come on. I already fixed that button in Blender proper. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. It's not fair. There we go. I fixed it. So now I'm going to Shift D, grab X. Shift D, grab X. And grab X a little bit over here. And really, I should be copying these and then going into here and paste keyframes. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Grab X. So no, I don't want that one. I want this one and this one. Grab X. And now we can grab this again and copy and go into this one and paste. Grab X and go into this one and paste. Grab X and go into this one and paste. Or I need to keyframe intensity on this one and grab this one over here and copy this and actually go over here. This is when that's supposed to happen. So grab this. So we need to make sure that it's kind of initiated right here. And then you paste that in. All right. So now we have all these. And these are, okay, we need to maybe go into dope sheet here. We pull in a dope sheet. Move this. Which one is this? I need to know which one this is. So let's name them then, I guess. Item. Would even let me name them over here? No. Okay. That's lame. Outliner. You are 1. You are 2. Hello. You're 2. You're 3. You're 4. You're 5. You're 6. You're 7. You're 8. You're 9. You're 10. Perfect. Back to graph editor. All right. They say still a hair delayed, but a lot better than before. We can then go into here and just add a couple more then. 2 more frames of delay for you. That should fix it. All right. Now, well, I mean, this stuff isn't actually programmed right yet, but it should be okay. Like that stuff isn't programmed yet, but we're working on it. All right. So you. This one. Let's just pull all these out, yeah? Then like this one here. So 4, that's your first one. What is this one? The yellow. So this is the one that should be next. So who is this? Well, that's number 7. I don't want that one to be over here. Can we get rid of this, please? Thank you. So 4 is this one. And who is this? This is the next one that's supposed to be in. Great. Is this playing okay? No, I don't want that one. I want this one to be over here. This one should be over here. And then this one should be like over here. Then this one should be over here. Then this one should be like over here. And then this one should be over here. Now they're all sorted out. Okay. Now I should be able to grab these a little bit and grab this one a little bit. A little bit more of a rest between these. A little bit more of a rest between that and the last one too. Perfect, that's looking much better. And I should add a little bit more delay here because grab X11 or grab Y. No, grab X11. No, I don't want it to be that much. Grab X -11. What have I done here? I just broke it. What did I do? Now they're not doing anything. What have I done here? Why are these all broken now? What did I do? It's not working. Heck? What did I do? Why are these not working? What? What did I do? What? Now they're not working. What the? Why are these not working now? What happened? The heck? They were working 2 seconds ago. What on earth, man? These were literally working 2 seconds ago. There's no reason for this to not be working. Why are these not working? What did I do? It just stopped working for no reason. I can still control it this way, but the animation just stopped. The heck, man? Why is the animation not working anymore? There is an undo button, and I used it, but it doesn't do everything. I just did something, and now it's just not working at all. And it's not my software. I don't... Come on, man. Like, they're moving. It should be working. What have I done here? Turn off sequencer. It's just not working. What the heck? Let's just turn it off and try again, I guess. Jeez. There's no reason for that to not be working right now. At all. Now it's working. Okay, whatever. I don't know what I did. Alright, well, it's working now. Maybe it is a programming bug on my end. Who knows? That looks good for me. It might not look good for you guys. But I'm going to turn this back on now. See if it can work in unison. That looks really good. Now we need to do this fill. Can we just find this, please? Right here. Okay. Okay, everyone is keyframed here now. I think it's 4 hits per light. So I'm going to go into this one. All right, let's copy this and go into this one. And paste there. Perfect. Now we can go to this one and paste that. We can go into this one and paste that. Perhaps all these will be synchronized now. They have gaps in between them though, so maybe I should make it 3s instead. So actually delete all of those and get rid of this and this. Hold up. Those were 4 hits. Oh, so I just need to delete those. So now we're good there. And now I just need to put my cursor right here and then go into scale from pivot point 2D cursor, and now I'm going to scale on the X. Make this a wee bit longer. Now it's not playing. Why is it not playing anymore? That's so annoying, man. I guess I have to just restart it. That looked good. So now we're going to just copy that. Oh, that's on the wrong light, isn't it? No. We need to go back to this light and copy those keyframes. Now go into this light and paste. Now go to this and paste. Now go into this. Wait, nope. Go back to this one. Now hopscotch over here and paste. So that now when we select all of these, they're all in a row. And I want to add one more hit at the end of this. Okay, very good. I can probably improve that later, but I'm not going to do that right now. Another thing I want to do, though, is I want to take a node, going to add a node, group controller node. This is going to be 1 through 10, or actually I should be able to just select that group. Oh, no, okay. 1 through 10. And bring in the graph controller. Really don't even need, it really shouldn't even be a node. It should really be a graph controller. Let's go back over here, actually. I can just add a graph controller. That's what graph controllers are for, man. I don't even need that. Just bring open this, go into here, and make it be 1 through 10, right? And where's my controller at? Oh, that's make groups. Hold on. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant make controllers. Here, there we go. This will be 1 through 10. Actually, no, it's not supposed to be 1 through 10. It's supposed to be 4 through 8. Okay. Perfect. And now I'm going to go here. I'm going to make sure that my zoom is set. Now it's going to be 3. And when we get over here, it's going to be maybe 53. But really, I don't actually want it to be that. I want it to be the tilt. That's what I really want it to be. So tilt I, make that be 3 now to make sure it's set. And now keyframe. Okay, very good. Okay. That's good for now. That's 2 hours of streaming. Can you comment on the rumors that TPUSA reached out to you to run the soundboard for Erica's next speech? That's not true. No, that didn't happen. But that's 2 hours of streaming for today. And it looks like it's about time for Pia's Spaces on X. So if you're on X at all, now would be a good time to head over there if you wanted. I think it's something about Phil Lyman today. So I'm going to get off here. Thank you everyone for coming on and commenting. And that'll do it for today. Bye.